Dead. Preliminary hearing, Chicago Courthouse, April 18th. It's April. I'm 4 months dead. In the courthouse, I feel clammy and cold. Not weather cold, just empty cold. I'm stuck. Stuck in time. Stuck being dead. Ma, Grandma, and Pop are in the courtroom's front row behind the prosecutor. Reporters, sketch artists, Reverend Thornton, officers, and community folks fill the rest of the seats. Right behind the lawyer's desk are a white woman and a girl. Her daughter? Maybe. Both have sandy brown hair. Both look sad. There's no jury, just empty seats. The judge isn't tall. About the same height as my mom. She wears black shoes. Her nails are painted pink. Preliminary hearings, she says, don't determine innocence or guilt. They determine whether there is enough evidence for a trial, whether Officer Moore should be charged with murder. Seems lame to me. I'm dead, aren't I? A policeman is sitting in the dock, below the judge's chair. He has sandy brown hair, too. Glazed blue eyes. A lawyer is saying something to him, but he's not listening, just looking at the woman and girl. His family, I think. Officer Moore, can you answer the question? The attorney said. Sir? The officer looks at the slim man. Were you in fear for your life? Yes. Yes. He had a gun, said Officer Moore. Were you surprised later when the gun turned out to be a toy? Yes, it looked real. He was threatening me. I shake my head. I never pointed a gun at the policeman. I walk closer to the officer. Why is he telling lies? The girl in the front row points at me, whispers to her mother. I look at the girl. Her eyes wide with fear, like her dad was scared of me. Her mother shushes her, shoves her hand down. The prosecutor continues. How old was the assailant? I thought at least 25. He was a man, a dangerous man. So you were doing your job as trained? Yes. Were you upset to discover the man was a boy? A 12-year-old boy? Ma starts moaning, crying, soft yet sharp. I was surprised. He was big, hulking, scary, Officer Moore said. You felt threatened. The officer pauses. I'm staring right into his eyes. He looks through me. He's studying his wife and daughter. His daughter studying me. I don't know why or how she sees me. He swallows, his tongue licking his bottom lip. I felt threatened. Pop stands, shouting, a grown man, 2 grown men, you, your partner, Officer Witter, armed, threatened by a boy? Ma wails. The woman judge pounds her gavel. Quiet! Quiet in the courtroom! Black Lives Matter! Someone hollers. Jerome mattered, shouts Grandma. He was a good boy. Order! Order! Yells the judge. Security guards move towards my parents. I collapse on the floor, feeling like I've been shot again. I'm furious. There's no order. Only swirls of noise, wailing, shouts, and commands. The court artist is sketching furiously. Reporters are pushing, shoving, shouting questions. Can there be justice? Officer Moore, are you sorry? Mrs. Moore, can you tell us how you feel? Did your husband do right? I don't hear any answers. What does it matter if Officer Moore is sorry? If his wife is sorry? If the whole world is sorry? I stare at the ceiling. It's painted blue. I see you. I'm shocked. This white girl is standing, staring right at me. Mouth shaped like an O. She trembles. Her eyes are crystal blue. She's not a ghost. She's Officer Moore's daughter. What does it mean? Not cool. Why can't it be Kim who sees me? Why this stupid girl? Alive. December 8th. gun. Carlos waves the gun wildly, pointing at Eddie, Mike, and Snap. I back away, moving to the left, closer to the hall door. I should have known better. Friends get you in trouble. Leave me alone. I mean it. Carlos scrambles to his feet. We were just playing, says Mike. No need to be upset, adds Snap. Eddie stares. How'd you get a gun in school? Carlos doesn't answer. Though nervous, I shout, Leave us alone! I inch sideways, closer to Carlos, away from a line of fire between the gun and Eddie. Mike, Eddie, and Snap try not to act scared. Carlos holds the gun firm, with 2 hands. He looks more frightened than they are. Eddie grabs Mike's shoulder. Come on. Mike doesn't want to go, but Eddie's a leader. Scornful. Snap says, I don't care about some Texas kid. He should go back to Texas. Mike spits. Later. Later what? They'll beat us up? If you come back, you'll be sorry, says Carlos. Yeah, I warn. Sorry. So now you're tough, Jerome? I cringe and don't answer Eddie. I'm nauseous. Sorry I got into this mess. Carlos jets the gun toward Eddie. See you later, Jerome. Most deaf. Let's go, says Eddie. And he, Mike, and Snap saunter out the door. The lunch bell rings. Back to class. Relieved, I rush forward. Ma and Grandma are going to kill me if they find out I was near a gun. Carlos grips my arm. Jerome, it isn't real. See? It isn't real. I stare, whistling. Plastic? That's how you got it through security. Carlos grins, nodding. Then he laughs, his voice pitching higher and higher. A good trick, right? Trick, I repeat, doubling over, laughing. We're both sweating, hysterical. I gulp air. I'm less scared. Still nervous, but less scared. Carlos is smart. A toy gun. Dead. Sarah. Not knowing how, I find the girl's house. It's not a mansion, but it's nicer than my family's apartment. There's a front and backyard, a porch, a basement, and 2 floors. Windows everywhere. A police car is in the driveway. A curtain flutters. I see the girl. Like magic, I float inside, into the 2nd floor and the pink bedroom. The girl stumbles, falls against her dresser. She wants to scream, I can tell, but she doesn't. I recognized your picture, she says, breathless, terrified. You see me? How come? I don't know. She's got freckles, a nervous smile. Brave, she stands up straighter. It's been lonely, not talking to anyone, not being seen. I'm lonely too, she says, flushing. Sounds dumb, but I am lonely. Ever since my dad shot you, he and my mother fight. They're sad all the time. They should be. Sad? He was scared. I was playing. I was the good guy. I was, too. Kim and me hardly ever played outside. Gangs, drive-bys, my parents always say. It was a special afternoon. Me, outside rather than stuck in the dark apartment. I told Grandma I made a friend. It was a fine day. I'm sorry, the girl whispers. Her sorry makes me angry. If she wasn't a girl, I'd think about hitting her. Dad, I can't hit anyone. And that makes me even angrier. Her bedroom is 3 times the size of mine, decorated with a bookshelf, framed pictures, a pink-striped comforter, a TV, and a computer. I bet she doesn't even hear gunshots in her neighborhood. My dad was doing his job. He said that? She presses her lips tight. He shot me. My dad protects and serves. That's what policemen do. He didn't protect me. Everybody in my neighborhood knows cops do whatever they want. That's not true. He upholds the law. I grunt. Upset, the girl rocks back on her heels. I don't care. Her bedroom is like cotton candy. Sickly sweet. Ballerinas on the lampshade glow. 2 tiny stuffed pigs rest on the pillows. Nothing bad is supposed to happen to whoever sleeps in this room. Jerome? I don't answer. Can I help? I almost scream. Can you make me alive again? But I don't. This girl is crying. I'm surprised a stranger is crying for me. I can't change things. You're all over the news. I don't want to be in the news. What are they saying? Depends. Before I could say on what, the door opens. Sarah, time for bed. Yes, Dad. Officer Moore is skinny, with big hands and reddened eyes. He hugs his daughter, tight. I think she might break, but Sarah doesn't pull away. Want to go skating tomorrow? Sure, Dad. He kisses her forehead, and I'm jealous. Who'll ever kiss me? Dad, is it true he was 12? Officer Moore holds Sarah at arm's length. It's a rough neighborhood. Same age as me. You don't know him. You didn't see him. Sarah looks at me. She does see me. We're the same height, probably in the same grade. 7th. He's... She points, stops, stutters. He was my height. Her father blinks, like he doesn't recognize her. Like he can't believe she's contradicting him. She plunges on. You said he was big. Scary. I was there, he fires back. Not you. Sarah lowers her eyes, clasps her hands, trembling. Her father leaves, slamming the door. He doesn't hear. Did you make a mistake? No, he didn't, I answer. It must have been a mistake. He did it on purpose. No, it was a mistake. Later, I say, disgusted. Don't leave. Why should I stay? We could be friends. That's the stupidest thing. I've never had a friend like Sarah. A white girl? I laugh. It's so stupid. Die and a white girl can be your friend. I'm not trying to be funny. Stay. She's pleading. I feel sorry for her. My school doesn't have any Sarahs. Definitely not ones who like pigs in pink. Gotta go, I say. Where? This catches me up short. I don't know. I don't even know how I go, how I move. I just dissolve, fade away, then appear again. Can I control that? Besides Sarah, I feel like I'm being watched. Uneasy. I turn, try to lift the window curtain. Ghost boy's looking up at me. A streetlight's glow filters through him. He's watching, waiting for something. For me? Sarah? Next to me, Sarah sniffs, whimpers. What does it feel like, being dead? Aren't you supposed to go somewhere? Now I feel like crying. I'm sick, homesick. But my family, even Kim can't see me. I hate watching them eat cereal, fake smiling and pretending the day is ordinary. I hate seeing where I used to sit, empty. Who knew death was so complicated? Who knew the end wasn't the end? I hate school, Sarah sits on her fluffy bed. What? You being bullied? I understand bullying. Being shoved into lockers, humiliated. Some people are angry at my dad. They shout at me like I'm a bad person. But some people, she looks down at her hands. Some people think my dad's a hero. That he was doing his job. That he's brave, and I should be proud of him. That I'm special. Lucky to be his daughter. I'm embarrassed. I shudder. I don't believe it. Your family's got everything. A nice life, people celebrating you. It's not fair. Twice she's finished my sentence. Later, I say. I don't want to be liked because my dad killed you. She looks like her dad. It's hard looking at her. I swallow. Sarah, that's your name? She nods. I love Dad more than anything. But seeing you, I wonder how he could have shot me. Yes, maybe someone might shoot me. Nah, you're a girl. And white. Is that it? Is that true? I shrugged my shoulders. How many times had I heard, be careful of police, be careful of white people? Everybody in the neighborhood knew it. Pop told me as soon as I could read. I sit cross-legged on the floor. No bones, no muscles, but I feel tired just the same. I'm supposed to see you, insists Sarah. It means something. It must. She sits cross-legged beside me. Even her nails are pink. I think I'm supposed to help you. Help me? How can you help me? I don't know. My grandmother. She tells me it's time to get going. Move on. She can see you? Nah, not like you. She can't hear me either. But she senses I'm around. I sigh. Sarah sighs. 2 kids. 1 dead, 1 alive. Crazy. I laugh again. Sarah smiles, then laughs with me. She knows I'm not laughing at her. We're both nervous. I think if we weren't laughing, we'd cry. Doesn't feel right to be laughing when I'm dead. I wish I'd never met Sarah. Alive. December 8th. School. Carlos sits in the row across from me through every subject. Language arts, history, math. Sometimes his head drops onto his desk, like he hasn't had enough sleep. He's skinny, much skinnier than me. Skinnier than Kim. I want the bell to ring. I've done too much already. Helped Carlos, watched Mike, Eddie, and Snap pretend they weren't scared. I'm exhausted, anxious, tense. Today, I wasn't stopped. Wasn't so lonely. I'm confused. Being good gets me in trouble. Scaring bullies gets me out. I don't like it. I don't like thinking about how to keep myself safe tomorrow and the next day. I don't have a toy gun. The bell rings. Bye, I say to Carlos. I dash out the room. Lugging my backpack, I rush to the school door, down the steps. On the sidewalk, I wait for Kim. Kids rush by me. Surprisingly, Carlos tugs my coat. Hey, let's hang out. Cold, shivering, he says, I can be late. My mom won't mind. He's grinning, wide awake. He lifts the gun partway out of his pocket. We could play. Pretend we're taking down zombies. No. I shake my head, trembling. We're friends now, aren't we, Jerome? I frown at the shape in his pocket. I remind myself it's a toy, not a gun. I shake my head again. I have to go home. Then you take it. Give it back tomorrow. Jerome, I hear. My sister. Carlos nods. Hey. Kim smiles, sweet, like she thinks Carlos is cute. I'm Carlos. Jerome is my friend. Kim smiles brighter. Hey, Carlos. She's not used to anyone calling me friend. Carlos grins. Chicago's not so bad. He offers the gun. Kim steps back. I shift my body so people can't see. It's okay, Kim, says Carlos. It's just a toy. Carlos puts it in my hand. The plastic feels light, clammy. Play with it, Jerome. No, I say, sliding my hand free. It'll be fun. You can scare the bad guys. Kim, you won't believe what we did. Don't. I don't want Kim to know what happened. Got it. Sorry. He steps closer, murmuring. I'm just trying to say thanks, Jerome. You helped me out a lot. Good friends share. You can bring it back tomorrow. Carlos is serious. He looks like a mouse. One of the nicest in a Disney cartoon. All curious, helpful, and worried at the same time. Kim stares at me. Her eyes are telling me no. Don't do it. The sky is overcast. There isn't any snow, just dirty mounds of ice on the ground. Kids are escaping school, yelling and shouting. Across the street are some dealers. Principal Alton watches them. Nobody's approaching me, Carlos, and Kim. I study the gun. The gun's blackness is bold, startling. I'm always good. Teasing Kim doesn't count. I say what Grandma wants to hear, calm her and Ma, watch out for Kim, play Minecraft for just an hour. Okay, sometimes two. Do my homework, even act nice when Mr. Myers isn't asking me. He's asking the whole class to welcome the new kid. Sucker. That's me. Why can't I have some fun? Pretend I'm a rebel in Rogue One. Better yet, scare Eddie if he tries ambushing me on the way home, or jumping me tomorrow on the way to school. Why am I the only one who's scared all the time? It's just a toy, I whisper to Kim. It won't do anything bad. The gun rests in Carlos's brown palm. My head aches. My stomach hurts. Grandma and Ma won't like it. Pop will get mad. Weird. Kim's words make me want the toy more. It's okay, says Carlos. In the cold, his breath blows smoke. It's okay. Carlos spins, tucks the toy into his pocket. I clutch his arm. I want to play. Carlos grins. Slyly, he slides the toy to me. Bye, he says, jogging, then running full out. I grip the handle. It's firm with ridges. The barrel doesn't spin, but the trigger cocks just as if you were loading or firing a real gun. I look down the rounded muzzle. There aren't any plastic bullets or pellets. My hands shake. I look up. Light snow falls. I shiver. It's just a toy. Why am I scared of a toy? I made a friend, I say to Kim as if that explains everything. She scowls and starts walking home. Her lips taut, thin like Ma's when she's angry. Today was a good day, I say. I didn't get hurt. I didn't get beat. Today was a good day. I made a friend. I keep chattering, and though she's my little sister, she's street smart. She knows how lonely my school days are. She knows I'm begging without saying, don't tell, don't